No need to panic. Some of you are experiencing something called Eustachian Tube Dysfunction, and you have symptoms behind all of that. You've probably just been diagnosed. You've been dealing with this weird, funky, off balance, clogged, and weird clicking sounds for probably a couple of days, or even a week, or even a month. And you're probably at the point right now where you don't understand what's happening to you. No need to panic, no need to worry, because honestly, panicking, worrying, stressing is actually going to make those symptoms be far more aggressive than they actually are right now. When I was struggling with eustachian tube dysfunction, I didn't realize how incredibly important it was to keep myself calm. We know that it's very obvious information to say stay calm and all the things that come from it. But this is a tricky thing. This is a little bit more trickier when it comes to being calm with this condition. This condition feeds off of just completely stressing. Sometimes stress isn't so bad for you. It's actually a way to get you focused. It's a way to get you locked in on whatever it is you're trying to complete, or if you're dealing with an issue, your body is responding like it should. But there are times where your body doesn't respond like it should, and that's when that stress just lingers. Some of the symptoms with eustachian tube dysfunction include ear fullness. You probably are feeling that right now, as well as pressure. Sometimes the pressure in both ears do not equate, so you get this imbalance. And when you get that imbalance, you'll start to feel off balance. You'll start to feel a little woozy, a little nauseous, a little just not where you currently are. You feel like you're in space, pretty much. So I want to let everybody know these are the symptoms. These are a couple of symptoms. I'm going to go through as many of them as I can. Ear pressure, autophony, hearing your own voice. You're going to have tinnitus. You're going to probably have, like I mentioned before, dizziness. You're going to have difficulty equalizing the ear pressure. And these are all things that come with this condition. But I don't want you to worry, because it's all something that can be healed. But it takes a little bit of time depending on where you are and what you do. The reason why I say what you do is because when I had this condition, I actually had a position a job where I was always wearing a headset, always on the phone, dealing with very irate clients and customers and getting really yelled at and stressed out. Well, again, eustachian tube dysfunction feeds off of stress. It feeds off of feeling uneasy. It feeds off those cortisol levels going up. It feeds off the histamine increases. It feeds off of all the things that equate to stress and anxiety. And when you have those two things going on constantly, more of a chronic situation, you're going to get more symptoms. And like I said, the symptoms that you're dealing with are all feeding off of how you feel. So if you start feeling better, not feeling better condition-wise, but if you start feeling better and hopeful to healing, your symptoms will actually start to go down. It will start to feel like you'll you're ahead of things again. You'll start to feel like you can get through it again. And a lot of you are trying to get to that point. You're just not quite there. This condition can also make you a hypochondriac. You'll start thinking that you need to pack a lot of things with you. You need to put a lot of things in your bag. You'll need to put medicines and nasal sprays and just little remedies that you heard about that might have gave you a little bit of relief when you did it, but most likely, sometimes I want to say it was probably a placebo effect. One of the best and most profound pieces of advice that I've ever heard was simply going back to the basics. Now, a lot of you are going to watch this and say, well, where's that magic pill that you're going to deliver to me in this video, or where I can buy it, a link or something I can click on to get that remedy? It's not going to work like that. You can't spot heal. What you can do is go back to your basics. Go back to eating healthier. Go back to sleeping longer, more soundly. Go back to exercising moderately. Go back to doing the simple things and lowering that stress. If you're at a job that doesn't serve you well, you got to find another one. If you're in a relationship that doesn't serve you well, you got to work on it. If you're in a position or a location that doesn't serve and heal your soul, you got to do something to prepare yourself to find better. So the best advice I can tell you, these are the symptoms: the ear fullness, the tinnitus, the off balance, the clogging sounds, clicking sounds, muffled sounds. All those things are all a part of the process. No need to be worried about it. Don't need to think it's going to take away your hearing or it's going to make you stay this way long term. You really just need to do a couple of things, going back to the basics, And while you're going back to the basics, try not to overreact to little things that come your way, little challenges that come your way, and little symptoms that you feel along the way. Do your absolute best to be as most calm as you can and work on your mindfulness. And I guarantee you, you'll start seeing those symptoms start to dissipate. So I hope this video was very helpful for you. If it was, please take time to subscribe to the channel. I try to bring content as often as possible. But in the meantime, I'm going to step out of the Jaye Wellness Studio and leave you in good hands with this video. Like anything else, folks, we're here to simply go back to the basics. Take care, everybody, and I'll see you in the next video.